Good morning. How you doing this morning? This is Keith Neal, creativity coach for Morning Cup of Keith, and we're going to dive into this topic on common struggles of feeling stressed. Now, when it comes to feeling stressed, it's a baseline emotion, and it can be anywhere between it could be something as small as like, oh no, my toilet is broken. That's where I'm at right now. To where, oh no, I might be facing a divorce, like, or I'm going to be losing my job, or all these different, they seem to have levels. But what can really happen is it can still affect us all in similar ways of just really, eating at us. We can worry about what's going on in the future, but we forget to stay in that present moment. So something I've talked about before, where if you, when you run into assumption, when you run into looking into the future, you're gonna get stressed out. You're gonna get worried, sick, and you're going to feel paralyzed, where you're not going to be able to feel like you can do anything, but just be consumed with stress. And there's things that you can do to work around that, to work with that. Journaling, planning, still continually doing what you do for what you're doing, whether it be business or whether it be personal, personally doing things, is to continually do those things. When it comes to that stress, break it apart. Look at, write down what's going on. Why are you stressed? What is the stress? Let's just go with that first. What's the stress? Write that down. Why are you stressed about it? Is it actually affecting you like right now? Is it a right now deal? Or is it is it something where you could, you can kind of disassemble it and then in a way reassemble what you are thinking around it. Before I go any further, I just want to say I am not a mental health expert by any means. I'm not a therapist. How I'm going to approach the stress is based on just the coaching, what a coach can do for you and how to guide you. Is if it comes down to where that stress is something so severe, that's where you're going to need to have a mental health therapist or somebody to be able to help you with that. But what I'm approaching it as is in a strategic fashion. Is when you're being coached, you get a coach that's going to be able to strategize what is it and break it down. If it goes beyond that, then you definitely want to be able to seek help and go there. But what I approach it as, because I deal with it too, stress. Like an example I'm going through right now is, and it hits you at times where you're going, everything is fine, and then smack. I know this is kind of really trivial and it's probably sounds pretty minor, but when your toilet breaks and you're away for the day and you come back and so my bathrooms are stacked on top of each other and it was like raining in the other toilet. Not as bad as it has before. This has happened before to me. And so it really stressed me out. It really and I was coming in at around, I think 9:30 last night to this, and it was really frustrating. I got to the point where I just had to take measures. I had to take one, what can I do right now? What can I do presently at the moment? Shut the water off. Don't use that bathroom. Work through what you need to work through. Realize what might be happening with it, find a solution to, fix it now, or if you can't fix it now, then you do a workaround. So thankfully I have 2 bathrooms. So I have a spare, so I can work with that. So in the same way, you want to approach your stress is a way of being able to break down, to stop. What is the present moment? What's going on with you right at this time while you're dealing with the stress? What is it? And so what's the stress? What can you do about it? Can you do anything about it? Or is there something you can practically do? And then just write it down. If you need to write it down. And to put in like a, like break it down into pieces, and then just look at each one. When I think about it a lot, I think about is like, can I handle it right now? And how do I handle it? Maybe I need to talk to somebody about it. Maybe someone needs to guide me through. And, or maybe it's something I have to, it's not happened yet. Maybe it's the stress that you're stressed about something and it's not there. Maybe it's a big test. Maybe it's an interview with the job that you really want. All these different things are not present at the moment. But what can you do right now with that stress and handle it? So that's a way to, if you're feeling stressed, is to work through that in that practical manner. And again, if it's worse than that, if it's something much more where you need a clinical professional, mental health, if it's gotten that far, then please go and seek that out. So I hope that helps in what stress, what is stress and why, how that can affect you in that way. And I'll go through the other ones on this, where you're feeling that, you're feeling overwhelmed, the overwhelmed part's coming up. And then the anxiety, I believe I'm going to do anxiety first. But when it comes down to feeling overwhelmed, this is what stress, that's kind of what you can do. Those are some practical things you can take care of. All right, thanks so much for watching this. And if you like what I do, please go to and subscribe, subscribe to my channel. So like it. Like the post, share it, and then you can click on the notification for the next time the video comes up. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.